This channel is proud to be supported by the USCCA. The U.S. Concealed Carry Association helps responsible Americans like you prepare for what happens before, during, and after an act of lawful self-defense. USCCA members get life-saving education, expert training, plus defense liability insurance. These benefits provide more than 500,000 USCCA members with the peace of mind that they deserve. Plus, a USCCA membership is always risk-free with their 100% money-back, bulletproof guarantee. Membership is truly an investment worth exploring. Click the most important link you might click ever down below and activate your U.S. Concealed Carry Association membership now. Hey everybody, how's it going? It's the Daily Shooter, and today I want to talk about something very serious, something that maybe some people just aren't considering right now because of the barrage of anti-Second Amendment legislation that's gone through. We know that the House passed background checks, the House passed registration, we know that Feinstein's at it again with her bans. So we know that since Biden took office, there's been this mad rush to put forward as many bills as possible to try and get done as much as possible before anything might change. So that in itself is already alarming, but we expected it. We knew that if he took office, this is exactly what was going to happen. But I've talked to a lot of people, and this really surprises me, is that there's more people out there who actually are okay with the background checks and registration than I expected. So I talked to a lot of people here and there in different shops and stuff, and I was surprised that a lot of people didn't care about the background checks because, well, they have to go through a background check anyway. Thing is, they're a law-abiding citizen, right? So they live in a state like I do in Nevada. You have to go to an FFL. You do your 4473. You go through your background check. So they're like, oh, well, why doesn't everybody do that? If, we want to try and weed out the people that shouldn't have them, then I don't really see a big problem with background checks. But as somebody from California, I lived a majority of my life in California other than the last 2 years that I've been here in Vegas. And I can tell you, this is a prime example of give an inch, take a mile. This is exactly what happened in California, where they started off slow. They just wanted this, it's what they called common sense. And so they passed that, and they were able to pass it with wide support. Obviously, the demographics in California are a little bit different. They're going to have support for whatever they want to do. Regardless, the support was there because, it was just a little bit, and it was, for safety, and it was for the greater good and stuff like that. So a little bit was allowed to go through, but once they got that wasn't enough. They had to push for more, and then they pushed for more. And then since they already had all of these other things, well, it just makes sense, right? More common sense to just go for the whole shebang. And so in California, everything that you're seeing right now going through the Senate and the House on the federal level, that's already done in California. There's already a ban. There's already universal registration. There's already background checks. There's background checks on ammunition in California. Each one of those things was done incrementally. Now, there was a big swath that took place, but that was after the inch was given. So here's the thing. For those people out there, and I know a majority of you who are leaving your comments, a majority of you who are watching this video, you believe in no compromise. The Second Amendment is absolute. The Second Amendment is what fundamentally protects our right to keep and bear arms. We know that right exists beyond the Constitution, but still the Constitution is there to give government rules to say you're not allowed to touch that. Okay, but even with that there, we're still facing an uphill battle. And so again, what I'm trying to say is, for those people that are watching this video, not a majority of you, but some of you watching this video who might need your mind changed, if you give them this little bit, I guarantee you, history will repeat itself in other areas, and they will take more later. This is just what they're asking for now. They're trying to get their foot in the door. As long as they get their foot in the door, they know that they have unfettered access to get at whatever they want. So this, again, is, like I was saying, a prime example of you giving them an inch and then them taking a mile. So, when you see these things that maybe they make sense to you, okay, background checks for everybody, and, well, registration because maybe you guys, and again, I'm not trying to insult those people who think the way that I do that are watching this, so please don't say that, think that I'm talking about you guys, you know who you are. But there are people, I guarantee you, watching this video right now who think that registration is okay because if somebody breaks a law, we want to know where that was so we can track it back and hold those people responsible. You need to remember that not only is a give an inch, take a mile, but criminals don't follow background checks. Okay, they don't go through background checks. Only the law-abiding go through background checks. We're the ones who walk in the store, fill out the 4473, and we're the ones who do it the right way, or, you know, the way that we're supposed to, right? And definitely not the right way. The right way is, here's $500, here's your product, have a nice day. That would be the right way, but we still go through it the legal way, right? So that's the way to go about it. But criminals don't go about it. They take it from other people, they use the black market, they break into somebody's house, they go through any other means that's not traceable. So in what instance then is registration also going to work? So if the criminal's not going to go through the background check, then obviously it's also simultaneously not going to be registered. So we know that background checks and registration only affect the law-abiding. It does nothing to stop the criminal. The criminal could care less. The criminal could care less. So we know that this is just something that's going to affect us, you and I, okay? The people who are enjoying our Second Amendment rights and doing things the right way. Also, when you talk about Dianne Feinstein's ban, who is that going to ban? It's going to ban things from the common law-abiding citizen. It's not going to ban things from the criminal because we already talked about A and B. We talked about how the criminal gets their they go around, they steal them, they get them on the black market, they get them out of a trunk, they get them from somebody's house. They don't go through the legal channels to get things anyway. So background checks, registration, and bans fundamentally don't work. Because, again, they only affect the people who are good law-abiding citizens anyway, not the people that we think they're intended to ban. So if that's so common knowledge that we know that criminals don't go that way, and we know that this is only going to affect law-abiding citizens, then you need to remember that these bills are pointed at you. They're not pointed at the bad guy. There's a lot of people out there that think, oh, this is supposed to stop crime. This is supposed to stop bad things from happening. It's not pointed at them. There's things that you could do to stop them from doing what they do. Put a stop to the bad guys, okay? Put a stop to the bad guys and their freedom of movement and releasing them early, you know, and giving them parole after they've done something horrendous. Do things like that and you'll see a drop in crime, right? Those are things that are actually going to affect those people. These senators, okay, and these congressmen, these people are actively going after you, the law-abiding citizen. They're not stupid, okay? These are people who have educations, a majority of them, a lot of them are lawyers and, you know, had previous positions that are high up. These are smart people. They know that this is not going to affect criminals. So their whole goal is the common law-abiding American citizen disarming them. And if you give them that inch, I guarantee you, they're going to take that mile. And this is just the beginning. If you think if we kill these three bills that are in the Congress right now, if we get rid of these three bills, there's going to be three more that take its place. So never let up, never let your guard down. This is going to be an ongoing thing for as long as you're alive. Okay, since before I was alive, this stuff started, right? You saw the NFA. The NFA was been around since before I was. So the NFA comes around, and it hasn't stopped since. So we know that it's started before I was born, and it's going to continue after I'm gone. There's always going to be somebody out there who's going to try and take our rights away. So we have to stay vigilant. Again, remember, join the FPC, become a member, and donate when you can, because these guys are the ones that are going to fight back against this stuff. I'm not a lawyer. It's a pretty good chance you're not a lawyer either. So let's go ahead and support those people that have those lawyers and those connections to get in court and put a stop to this stuff. Thank you all very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Let's keep up the fight. Have a great day.